AITA for refusing to attend my sister's wedding after she excluded my fiancé because of his race. My 29F sister, 32F, is getting married in a few months, and it's been a major point of tension in our family, especially between her and me. I'm still not sure if I'm the asshole for standing my ground or if I'm just being overly sensitive. This is a long story, but I want to explain everything so you can understand the context. My sister and I have always had a bit of a competitive relationship, but we've also been close enough to confide in each other about life's big moments. I met my fiancé, 30M, about a year ago, and we quickly fell in love. He's wonderful, kind, funny, ambitious, and my family has generally liked him. The only difference is that he's black, and my family is predominantly white. When I first introduced him, my sister was polite but distant. At first, I thought maybe it was just her personality, but as time went on, I realized it might be something else. She never invited him to hang out with the family, didn't ask about him, and seemed to deliberately avoid situations where he would be present. Fast forward a few months, and my sister got engaged. We were all excited for her, of course. But then things took a strange turn. She started planning her wedding and sent out the first round of invitations. I noticed my fiancé's name wasn't on a guest list. At first, I thought maybe it was a mistake, so I asked her about it. She said she didn't want to invite him because she was worried about how some family members would react. I was shocked. I asked her why she wouldn't stand up to those family members or address the issue head-on. She said it wasn't worth the drama and that she wanted a peaceful, happy day. I told her it felt like she was prioritizing other people's prejudices over our relationship, but she brushed it off, saying it was just a wedding and that she hoped I'd understand. I tried to reason with her and explained how hurtful it was to be asked to leave my fiancé out of such an important day. I even offered to help talk to the family members she was worried about, but she was adamant. She said if he came, she wouldn't be comfortable having him there, and she didn't want to cause any conflict. At this point, I was furious but also heartbroken. My fiancé and I discussed it, and we decided that I wouldn't go to the wedding if he wasn't allowed to come. I told my sister I loved her, but that I couldn't support her decision or attend under those circumstances. She then started to tell other family members that I was being unreasonable, that I was making it about race when it was really about keeping the peace. Some relatives took her side, which only made me feel more isolated. Others were sympathetic, but said they didn't want to get involved. The wedding is in 2 months now, and the tension in the family is palpable. My parents have tried to mediate, but haven't been able to get either of us to budge. My sister has told me multiple times that if I don't come alone, I'm not welcome at all. She said she doesn't want to have to deal with any drama on her wedding day. I've stood firm because it feels like a matter of principle. I don't want to support a wedding where my fiancé is excluded because of his race. I've told my sister that I hope someday she'll see why this hurts so much and that I still want to be part of her life, but not at the cost of my relationship or my dignity. I'm conflicted because I do want to celebrate her and the milestone, but I also feel like I can't just pretend everything's okay. I want to know if I'm the asshole for refusing to go or if my sister is the one being unfair. My friends are mostly on my side, but some say I should just compromise for family, which I'm not sure about. So Reddit, am I the asshole for refusing to attend my sister's wedding because she's excluding my fiancé due to his race? Or is she the one being unreasonable? If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. It helps the content grow and motivates me to create even more great videos. Turn on notifications so you don't miss any new uploads. By the way, I'm curious, when do you usually watch my videos? While working, studying, or just relaxing at home? Let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. Thank you for your support. AITA for telling my sister that she needs to fix her own mess instead of dumping it on me. So, here's the story. This is a long one, and honestly, I'm still shaking my head about it. I, 28F, have a younger sister, Mia, 25F, who's always been a bit of a wild card. She's sweet when she wants to be, but also incredibly flaky and entitled, especially when it comes to asking for favors. Our relationship has had its ups and downs, but I usually try to be supportive because family matters. Recently, Mia got a new job in a different city about 5 hours away. She was super excited because it was a big step up for her career. I was genuinely happy for her and offered to help her move because she doesn't have many friends nearby and isn't great at organizing things. She agreed, and we planned the weekend together. The day before the move, she texted me saying her new apartment won't be ready on time, so she's going to crash at a friend's place instead. No big deal, right? I say sure, and we adjust the plan, so I just help her move her stuff to the friend's place. She had a lot of boxes and furniture because she was downsizing from a bigger place, so it was going to be a long day. Move day arrives. I rent a small moving van and drive down early in the morning. Mia shows up late, which was annoying, but whatever, I was there to help. We spend the whole day loading the van, then driving to the new place. When we get there, Mia tells me the landlord called and said the apartment is ready after all. So now we need to unload everything into the new place, which was kind of a surprise, but I'm still on board. Here's where things start going south. As we unload, Mia keeps disappearing for long stretches, either to chat with her new neighbors or grab food, and I'm left doing most of the heavy lifting. I ask her to help, and she gets defensive, saying she's doing her best and she's tired. Fair, but she was clearly not putting in the same effort. After hours of work, we finally get the bulk of the stuff inside. I'm exhausted and ask if she can at least put some of the boxes in the right rooms. She shrugs and says she'll do it later. I feel frustrated, but let it go because I'm just happy we got the stuff moved. The next day, Mia sends me a barrage of texts asking if I can come back and help her unpack because she's overwhelmed with work and the new place is a mess. I'm confused and a little annoyed because I thought she was going to handle it herself after the move. I say I can come for a couple of hours, but I can't take more time off work. When I get there, it's clear she barely unpacked anything. Boxes are stacked in the living room, clothes still in suitcases, and furniture isn't arranged at all. She expects me to spend the whole day unpacking with her. I tell her I can help a bit, but she really needs to do it herself. She flips and says I'm being unreasonable, that I promised to help her move, and now I'm backing out when she needs me most. I point out that moving was the big job, and unpacking is something she can manage, especially since she's been working from home and can spread out over time. Things escalate. She accuses me of not caring about her and just wanting to get away. I get frustrated and say if she can't handle the responsibility of her own life, she shouldn't expect me to drop everything to clean up her mess. Here's the kicker. She then says I should just take the furniture back because she's thinking of subletting the apartment and moving somewhere else anyway. At this point, I'm furious. I spent 2 days helping her move, rearrange my schedule, and now she's telling me to take back all the heavy stuff because she changed her mind? I told her straight up she needs to deal with her own problems, and I'm not going to be her backup plan every time she feels overwhelmed. She said I'm selfish and that I should be more family-oriented. Now, some friends say I was too harsh and should have been more understanding, but honestly, I feel like she's taking advantage of me. I'm not her maid or personal assistant. So, Reddit, am I the asshole for telling my sister she needs to fix her own mess instead of dumping it on me? Or should I have been more supportive even when it felt unfair? AITA for refusing to attend my sister's wedding after she asked me to lie about the reason? I, 29F, have always had a complicated relationship with my older sister, Emily, 32F. We grew up in a family that was very much appearances first, and Emily has always been the golden child, the one everyone adored and bent over backwards for. I was more of the quiet, introverted sibling who often got overlooked. Over the years, we had our ups and downs, but nothing that felt irreparable. However, recent events have made me seriously question how much I want to be involved in her life. About 6 months ago, Emily announced she was getting married to a man named Jason. On the surface, everything seemed perfect. They got engaged after dating for about a year, and the wedding was planned to be a big, formal affair. I was genuinely happy for her and wanted to support her, despite some personal misgivings I had about Jason's behavior and their relationship dynamic. What really started the conflict was when Emily asked me for a huge favor just a few weeks before the wedding. She called me and said she needed me to cover for her about something that had happened involving Jason's ex-girlfriend. Here's the background. Jason and his ex, Lisa, had a messy breakup. Lisa had been really vocal about their relationship problems on social media, accusing Jason of cheating and manipulating her. Emily was well aware of all this, but insisted she was confident Jason had changed and that Lisa was just bitter. A week before the wedding, Lisa showed up uninvited at the venue during a rehearsal dinner, making a scene and threatening to reveal some dirt on Jason. The situation was quickly diffused by security, but Emily was shaken. She confided in me that she wanted to keep the whole thing under wraps to avoid drama ruining the wedding. The favor Emily wanted from me was this. She asked me to tell people who asked about the incident that I was the one who had a confrontation with Lisa, not Jason, and that I was trying to protect Emily from her crazy ex. She wanted me to lie and take the blame for Lisa's outburst, essentially becoming the scapegoat to save Jason's reputation. I was floored. Not only was she asking me to lie, but to do so to protect a man I barely knew and didn't fully trust. I told her I was uncomfortable with this and didn't think it was right to lie, especially about something so serious. Emily got upset and said she expected me to support her no matter what, and that this was a small sacrifice for the sake of family and a happy wedding. I refused, explaining that I wanted to be honest, and that lying would only make things worse if the truth came out. Emily threatened that if I didn't do as she asked, she wouldn't want me at the wedding at all. At this point, I was shocked and hurt. I told her that if she wanted to exclude me from such a huge moment in her life over a lie, then so be it, but I wouldn't be part of deception. I also told her I'd be attending the wedding, but wouldn't lie about anything if asked. Emily then went silent for a few days and eventually sent me a message saying she had decided it was best if I didn't come to the wedding. She said she couldn't have me there causing drama and that I was choosing lies over family. That was the last straw. I sent back a message wishing her the best, but told her I couldn't be part of a family that asked me to compromise my values so blatantly. I also said I wouldn't apologize for standing up for what I believed was right. Her fiancé, Jason, then started contacting me through social media, trying to convince me to just keep my mouth shut and think about Emily's feelings. I ignored him. The wedding happened without me. I later heard from mutual friends that Emily gave a speech about loyalty and trust, and she subtly hinted at family members who chose to be dishonest, which was obviously aimed at me. Since then, Emily has barely spoken to me, and when she does, it's cold and distant. Other family members have asked me if I'm going to try to reconcile, but honestly, I'm still hurt by being asked to lie and then being excluded for refusing. I've been reflecting on this whole situation, and I'm torn. On one hand, I feel like I did the right thing by sticking to my principles. On the other hand, I wonder if I should have just gone along with the lie to keep the peace and support my sister on her big day. So Reddit, AITA for refusing to lie about Jason's ex and getting disinvited from my sister's wedding? Was I being stubborn and selfish by not just going with the flow? Or was Emily wrong to ask me to take the blame and then cut me off when I said no?